Picture this. You just got off work and want nothing more than to embrace the warmth and comfort of your bed. The 9-to-5 grind can be a grueling experience. You pull up in your driveway and there it is, your personal slice of heaven, eagerly waiting for you to get out of your car. There's just something so cathartic in retreating to your humble home, leaving behind the stress at the doorstep and just chilling on your couch. What a life. Now imagine the same experience dialed up to 100, because that's exactly how it feels like to reside in the prestigious homes that we'll be covering today. Welcome to Deluxe Living, and we're here to give you a taste of how the 1% live. Come along with us as we check out and marvel at some of the most luxurious homes on the planet. Before we depart for our journey, have you subscribed yet? Not to worry, go on and do it now, we'll wait for you. While you're at it, you might as well switch on your notifications. All done? Fantastic. Let's roll. For our first entry, we'll be flying off to the southern part of France, where we'll find the Villa Les Cedres. The 187-year-old mansion is located along the coast of the Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat commune. The Les Cedres boasts a lengthy and storied history. The mansion was sold and passed down several individuals, from political figures, noblemen to industrious businessmen, bearing their numerous renovations and additions to the property, some of which still stands to this day. The mansion was constructed in 1830 and sold off to the mayor of Villefranche-sur-Mer in 1850. The surrounding land within the property was remodeled as an olive farm. Some of the trees even predate the property itself. After half a century, the descendants of the mayor sold the property to King Leopold II of Belgium. During the king's residence, the garden was cultivated and flourished into the lush and immaculate state that it is now. 15 years later, the King Leopold's passing meant that the property was up for grabs. The property was sold off to the Marnier-Lepestal family. The family were highly regarded as liquor manufacturers under the Grand Marnier brand, producing spirits with an exquisite palate. The Les Cedres is currently owned by the Ukrainian billionaire Rinat Akhmetov, buying the property in 2019 for an astounding $221 million. Enough about the history lesson, and let's get down to the details. Upon entering the estate, a vast shallow pool welcomes guests and draws their attention inwards. The pool extends further, surrounded by palm and cedar trees that really nails the seaside vibe of the place. At the end of the pool lies the steps towards the mansion itself. Despite its old age, the well-maintained exterior does a phenomenal job in preserving its pristine beauty. The entrance is closely guarded by the marble statue of Greek goddess Athena. The interior bears decadent furnishings and decorations with the makings of Neo-Byzantine and Art Nouveau design. Paintings occupy these hallowed halls, superimposed on noticeable weathering from years of use, providing the home with a charming personality. The mansion houses 7 bedrooms and a library housing 3,000 books from the past. The collection is elevated by the presence of a botanical codex from the 16th century. Behind the mansion lies a well-maintained stable which houses 30 horses, along with a swimming pool that juxtaposes the superb open garden comprising nearly 14,000 species of flora. If that doesn't take your breath away, then just turn your attention to the awe-inspiring view of the Mediterranean Sea dawning in the distance. Continuing our tour of the lovely seaside of southern France with Villa Leopolda. The 18-acre property was constructed for His Highness King Leopold II. Yes, that guy again. Turns out that Leopold here was quite the troublemaker in his day, commissioning the construction of the palatial mansion for his secret paramour, Caroline Lacroix. The property was entitled to the King Leopold's beloved, acting as a private and secluded getaway for the couple away from the piercing gaze of the public. Too bad Caroline couldn't keep the property. Much like a previous entry, Villa Leopolda has a varied history of changing ownership, even serving as a temporary hospital for troops during the First World War. The mansion's ownership is currently held by the estate of late philanthropist and millionaire Les Cedres. The property was bought by Lily and her husband back in '87. While the exact current market value of the property is unknown, it is estimated to fetch $1.2 billion. As you'd come to expect from a mansion of this caliber, the exterior design is superb and once again bears a striking resemblance to the lavish homes of the past. The interior ups the ante in terms of decoration, pulling all stops in, creating an undeniably luxurious and congenial environment worthy of royalty. Despite its antiquated and rustic walls, the mansion retains its subtle charm. Pulling back the curtains, you'll see a breathtaking view of exterior space occupied by dense and neatly maintained vegetation. You'll even spot several recreational and sport areas. The pool can be found at the far end of the property, glistening in the French summer heat. The place is practically the stuff of dreams. No wonder the mansion became the captivating set piece to some of Hollywood's classics. Films like Red Shoes have been shot within the property. It even managed to attract the attention of the master of suspense Alfred Hitchcock, serving as a primary location for the filming of To Catch a Thief. Enjoying a French getaway? Personally, I'm loving the spectacular view of the French Riviera. I might go for a dip after this. Tell us where you'd like to go next. We'll help you knock a few locations off your bucket list. Don't forget to subscribe and switch on notifications. We'll be departing France for our next entry and stop by India for a sec, where we will find the imposing and monumental scale of the Antilia. This building is the current home of Indian business magnate Mukesh Ambani and his family, occupying the upper 6 floors of the 27-story home. The Antilia stands atop the bustling streets of Altamount Road in the capital Mumbai, aptly known by its moniker as India's Billionaires Row. The cutting-edge and contemporary sensibilities of today strongly depicted from the exterior, portraying a disheveled stacks of floors atop one another. The interior is a far cry from the modern architecture of the outside, intricately designing every inch of the place with overwhelming decadence. The Antilia features state-of-the-art facilities that can fully accommodate the needs of its esteemed residents. From the kitchen, the bathroom, to bedrooms, and more. The building even contains its own ice cream parlor and a snow room, because what better way to remain cool and fresh in the scorching Mumbai heatwave than with a sweet soft serve enjoyed within a chilly environment. This level of comfort is even extended to the 600 staff members assigned to maintain the Antilia and serve its residents. The staff are entitled to their own facilities within the lower level, enjoying the level of comfort on par with their affluent masters. Now arriving at our final destination in London, can you guess whose home we're about to visit? I'll give you a hint, they're royalty. Taking the top spot as the most luxurious and expensive home on our list is none other than Buckingham Palace. The quintessential royal palace to rule them all, there was no doubt that Buckingham Palace would take the crown. Pun intended. Unbeknownst to the general population, the palace isn't even owned by the royal family. That honor belongs to the Crown Estate. Additionally, Buckingham Palace was never meant to house royalty in its conception. It was constructed in 1703 for the Duke of Buckingham. It only gained its royal status when King George III bought the property in 1752 and gave it to his wife, Her Majesty Queen Charlotte, automatically gaining royal status overnight. The Buckingham Palace of that time was but a fraction of its size now, as numerous members of the royal family had added a plethora of rooms and facilities during the family's long and celebrated reign in England. Now, Buckingham Palace boasts an impressive 775 rooms, divided into specific categories, containing everything from bedrooms, bathrooms, staterooms, offices, as well as accommodations for the staff responsible for its care, and even a fully equipped operating room. The palace looks as if it was ripped straight from a fairy tale, presenting a neoclassical architecture that takes inspiration from ancient Greece and Rome. The interior is just as magnificent, with each room designed for those of discerning taste. Carpets and wallpapers with a diverse and colorful layout, precious and timeless art pieces dominate every inch of the walls, ornate chandeliers illuminating the high ceilings of every room. What else is there to say? It's difficult to get an exact estimation of its price. I don't even know where to start. It's believed that Buckingham in its entirety cost a staggering $6.7 billion, and the royals get to live there for free. Not to worry though, as the royal family is kinder than most, allowing the public to experience its gravitas in action during the period when the royals aren't home. Better book those tickets fast. Save one for me, will you? Now we've reached the conclusion of our little trip. How was your time in Buckingham? I wish I could have gotten a chance to say farewell to Lizzie. She will be missed. Where do you want us to go next? List down some of your favorite destinations below. As always, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Make sure to switch on your notifications for more of deluxe living.